heads of schools, teachers, students, parents and guardians, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you all. As you are aware, the schools will reopen for our Year 12 and 13 students after 195 days of school closure. The schools were closed on 19th April this year when our first COVID community transmission case was detected. Let me highlight the various support that are available. Transport card redemption. E-transport cards for years 12 and 13 students have been topped up. Students can now redeem their cards immediately at the following centers: Vodafone outlets, bus terminals, buses, district offices, ministries' headquarters. Students should redeem their cards before Monday, 1st November to avoid any problems. For some reason, if they cannot, then they can also do this on the day the school reopens. If students have any issues regarding the e-transport cards, they can contact Krishnil Singh in the Transport Assistant Unit on 322-0429 or 322-0571 during official hours, and that is Monday to Friday. However, if students need assistance with the e-transport cards during the weekend, they can contact Shail Sharma on 899-5874. A booth will be set by the Ministry of Education at the Albert Park this Sunday, 31st October, to celebrate World Cities Day. Students are encouraged to visit the booth to redeem the e-transport cards. And for your information, 3 staff from the ministry will be present at the booth to assist the students. Now let's talk about training on COVID-safe school reopening guidelines. All school principals have undergone a 3-day training on COVID-safe school reopening guidelines to help prepare their schools based on COVID-safe measures. School reopening guidelines and a checklist are now being used by the heads of school, teachers, and the management for classes to resume on November 1st. All school heads have implemented the requirements under the school reopening guidelines to ensure that students observe the COVID-19 safe protocols while in the school. A team comprising district officers, medical personnel, and officers from my ministry have been inspecting schools to ensure preparedness of schools for reopening. Regular checks will be made after schools reopen. Regarding psychosocial support training, a total of 176 secondary school principals have been trained in basic psychosocial support, together with 176 child protection officers. 35 school counselors have been assigned to visit schools to assist in providing additional psychosocial support to students and teachers. These additional counselors will be available to schools from November 1st. Now let's talk about student vaccination. We are grateful to the parents who have given consent for their children to be vaccinated. From a total of 13,455 Year 12 students, 4,621 or 34% of our students have received their first jab, while 1,488 or 11% have received their second jab. A total of 7,349 or 55% are yet to be vaccinated. And again, I'm encouraging parents to please get your child vaccinated. For the Year 13 students, from a total of 8,457 students, 24% have received their first jab, while 50% have received their second jab as well. 26% is yet to be vaccinated. Now, there are a number of organizations who have come forward to assist schools in their preparation for the reopening on 1st November. we have received donations from Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA, to assist school. This comprises isolation gown, disposable face mask, hand sanitizers, splash protection face shield. We've also received donations from UNICEF, which includes hand soap, hand sanitizers, disposable face masks, thermal guns, disinfectants. These are being delivered to schools as we receive these items. Now, more donors have come forward and will be receiving the donated items next week. These are Suva Retailers Association and Fiji Chemicals. Ladies and gentlemen, as stated by the Permanent Secretary for Health, and I have reiterated this earlier, that vaccination is not mandatory for children. Even unvaccinated children can attend schools. However, we are urging parents to get their children vaccinated. Regarding school guideline, this document can change based on new scientific evidence or as guided by the Ministry of Health and Medical Services. That's why it's called a guideline. I'm requesting media to act responsibly to avoid creating unnecessary confusion and anxiety amongst parents and students. Please do understand that uncertainty is linked with COVID-19 pandemic. And in such situation, decision making can be harder. Like nobody knows when the pandemic will be over. We don't know. Acting in the face of uncertainty, we can share with you the 2 dates for the opening of schools for ECE and Year 1 to Year 11. The schools can reopen for all students on 29th November, provided more children and adults get vaccinated and the active cases in our community decreases. With the reopening of schools for Year 12 and 13, it will give an opportunity for teachers to pilot COVID-safe measures as outlined in the Safe School Reopening Guidelines, and to monitor situation as we reopen our borders. Otherwise, schools for all students will commence from 4th January 2022, provided there is no third wave or natural disaster. And I want to re-emphasize so that these dates are not presented in a very confusing manner, right? So because of COVID-19, there's a lot of uncertainty around us. And based on this uncertainty, we have to make decision, and we have come up with these 2 dates, right? If all goes well, schools will open on 29th November. If not, it will open on 4th January. Ladies and gentlemen, this term is crucial for students as they prepare to sit for the external examination. For the Year 13 students, it will determine what tertiary studies they can undertake or if they want to join the job market. For Year 12 students, this will determine if they can progress to Year 13 or if they want to enroll for TVET courses. Students will need support not just in school but at home from their families to overcome anxiety and to focus on their school work. I therefore urge parents to help their children by providing a supporting environment for them to study at home. I also encourage students to come forward and ask for help if they feel they need extra support. The teachers, child protection officers, and school heads will be there all the time to assist them. The Ministry of Health and Medical Services has confirmed that vaccination is not compulsory for students, but it is for their own safety and that of their families and friends that students should be vaccinated. The ministry therefore has been encouraging students to get vaccinated. Soon Pfizer vaccine will be available for students who are 12 and above. And again, I'm encouraging parents, if you have a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 14-year-old, you start preparing for vaccination. It will only protect your child, and it will also contribute towards opening of the school environment where teachers, parents, management can feel safe that a lot more children are vaccinated. I urge all head of school, teachers and parents to work together in ensuring that our ES 12 and 13 students are back to school and they are prepared well for examination on the dates announced earlier.